Hi, and welcome to Pillow Talk with Angela. I'm your host, Angela Stribling, and you know what? Everybody knows In Vogue is my favorite group. They're my favorites. They've always been my favorites. Since the 90s, when I first met these ladies backstage when I was hosting Screen Scene on BET, they came backstage, they came in the dressing room, and everybody was like, who are these beautiful divas? I hope they can sing. As soon as they hit the stage, everybody knew they were the truth. Looks, brains, all of that. Well, tonight we've got the newest member of In Vogue joining us, and she's here because, well, I already told you I love In Vogue, but you know what? She's got this hot new single that you all need to know about. It's called We, and actually, We, a Powerful Thing, and it's so beautiful. We're going to feature it on the radio this weekend, but I wanted her to come on and tell us about the song, the writing, what the lyrics represent to her, as well as, of course, we're going to pillow talk. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for my girl, Rhona Bennett.
Hey, thank you. Hey, Angela.
I'm so happy to see you, lady, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. I'm proud of you too. Congratulations on the success that you're doing.
Thank you so much. But this single is just blowing up. I was like, we need to get in on that. So, oh my gosh. So there's a lot I want to talk to you about. We've only got a few minutes. So let's just get it in. Let's get the pillow talking in first. Can we?
Yes.
Now, you and I have something in common. We're both newlyweds.
We are. Oh my gosh. When did we get married?
August 22nd. It's not even 2 years. It's like a year and a half.
Yeah, same.
August 14th, 1922. Yep, August 14th. What's your date?
September 9th, 2022.
I was right behind you. No, you were behind me.
Yes.
14th, 2022. Oh, I love it. And I got a chance to meet your hubby, and you two are so adorable.
Thank you.
Especially, you guys just did the Soul Train cruise, and I saw him in the food line. I think he was getting something for his honey. And I was just, singing your praises, and so was he. I always like that. If I run into someone's mate, especially one of my girlfriends, if I'm, running into their mate when she's not there, just what they have to say.
I know, right? Yeah.
And, unsolicited, he was just, just gushing.
Oh.
It was just so sweet.
Thank you for sharing that. I'll tell him.
Yeah, tell him I said hi. Yeah, definitely. It's a good report. Good report from one of your girlfriends telling the truth. So, you know what? On Pillow Talk this week, we're talking about social media and couples. And it was inspired by, J-Lo and Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I guess it looks like they're splitting up again. And, he was never about being public and posting everything. And she was. They're just different with that. She's like, I live for, people to know every step I make. He's very private and doesn't want any of that. And I'm not saying that's the reason they're breaking up. Well, it looks like they're breaking up. It's alleged, but it kind of looks like they're living separately. What do you think about that? What do you think about social media and relationships in general?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's tricky. I think that we've gotten so used to sharing our lives with everyone, and depending on how you use it, especially, even for me, I don't think I would use it as much unless I do what I do. I feel like I would be more private, a little bit more reserved. But I do think it can be tricky to share what you have out there because you're welcoming in so many different personalities and opinions and motives from people. And you can just expose yourself to a lot of riffraff if you're not careful. So I would be careful with it.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, you and I are in this, these public professions. And so, and I love that. I love connecting with fans or just people who are down with me, I'm down with them.
Right.
Right. But you do have to be careful when it comes to your personal life. I guess you need to kind of think about that before you just share everything.
I think so. I mean, and people target people, right? And some men or women don't have a problem breaking up what they think could be a happy home, too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And they may not have any other goal beyond that, you know?
It's something. I mean, that right there is diabolical. when you when you think about it, it's like, why? But you're right though, because once you put it out there, you're kind of giving people permission to have a comment, to have an opinion about your relationship or whatever it is you're posting about.
Yeah, and you know what? Unless I feel like the person is able to manage their emotional state when they put it out there, like you're able to say, this doesn't matter, or I can't qualify this person or this entity thing, bot possibly speaking at me, I would say be very careful because we're noticing how much of a toll I think just social media is taking on people in general when they see other people's life and they might compare it to their own. You're only getting a glimpse of what you think is happiness or what you think is bad. And maybe it's the opposite of what you're perceiving. And then you may base your actions on that. And who knows what can result from that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Is it the kind of thing that you think could benefit a couple in any way? Like, I don't know. I mean, could there be a benefit of posting your relationship or little snippets?
I think there's a fun way, everybody's different. I say match your personality. Whatever you do put out there, hopefully it's authentic, so that you can maintain whatever that is that you're projecting,
Whew.
right? Hello.
I mean, oh no. You see a lot of things that are not quite consistent, and you're like,
Right. So I think if you're strategic, if you're thoughtful, maybe if you only want to share high vibrational content, I don't see anything wrong with that. Um, Maybe don't overdo it. I don't know.
yeah,
I've shared my husband, but not much
right.
anniversary. Um, we went to Savior's Day back in February. That was a cool piece of content. He was in there, just a glimpse. But if
Yeah,
you're a couple that does work together, like podcasts and stuff like that, of course,
right.
there are
It's
couples that do that. But other than that, yeah, maybe be mindful of what you share and how you share it.
I think it's helpful information for people who are watching and listening because, and especially people who are much younger who are just living on the gram or living on TikTok and,
Yeah,
maybe they haven't thought it through. This is your life. And, just like you said, Rona, just maybe little snippets, that's fine because you want to engage and you do want to be authentic. And I'm just like you. I've posted just a little bit, of my husband and I, he was recently awarded the Black Engineer of the Year.
oh, that was so amazing. I was like,
God, I was so proud of him. I mean, so proud of him. I'm so proud of him on so many levels. Just as an African American male, just representing in such a strong way in the world
amazing.
to young children, who are looking at him and they can do it. They can do exactly what he's done. He's a nuclear engineer, which isn't necessarily a choice that a lot of our kids make, but it's something that just by him, and me trying to put him out there too, it puts that on their minds that, what, that's something that maybe I hadn't thought about or known about, but it's achievable and it's a wonderful profession. Things like that. So
Absolutely. I wanted to say, back in 2013, uh, the group and I, we were in Seattle, I want to say, and Blue Origin is a private space station. Maybe it's run by Amazon. I don't know, something like that. But when I went there, I was away by what I was saying. And all the pictures on the wall, there was not one Black person up there. There were a couple people of color, but not one Black person. And I was fascinated. I held a piece of metal in my hand and they were like, well, this is the thing that the jet fuel is supposed to go through. And if anything's wrong with that, it could thwart the whole mission. And I'm like,
amazing.
and and I was like, if I was exposed to something like this, I can only imagine if I wanted to move in the direction of science, just
Yeah.
because of what they were doing. So that's amazing.
Yeah, there's so many people of color in STEM, but still the rooms are just like you described. Oftentimes hubby is the only person of color in the room.
Yeah.
And more needs to happen.
Yeah.
Much more needs to happen, for us being in that space. But yeah, little things like that, like, just posting little things here and there that,
Like it.
seem like they're worth it. Yeah, I wanted to get your opinion just about that. And for, again, people who are watching and they might be doing a little bit too much, or maybe they haven't at all and
Right.
just afraid, of the backlash, or they don't want people to know who they're dating because of, prior things happening, who knows?
Yeah.
But it's definitely something for people to be mindful of before you post it.
Agreed. 100%.
Yeah. Once it's out there, it's out there.
It's out there.
Yeah.
People are going to formulate their opinions, and hopefully you got thick enough skin to deal with it, or you can always take it down and
There you go. Wait, do better next time. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna post some other stuff. Yeah. Just me. Just I love it. All right, Rhona. I mentioned that you're the newest member of In Vogue, but you've been around for a while. It's not like you just showed up. So for those who don't know your journey with this amazing group, and my goodness, you have not missed a beat. I love what you all are doing together, and the synergy and the sisterhood and the, beautiful music, and all of it is there. So tell us when you joined In Vogue and just how that journey has been for you so far.
Well, I mean, it's so interesting to hear the newest member, and it's appropriate considering the circumstance. But I've been connected to the group so for 21 years, right? So I'm like, wow, it's been over 2 decades now. I joined in 2003. My Mouseketeer brother, I was singing a demo for him back in the day, and the producer that he was working with was working on the next album that was coming out for In Vogue, Soulflower, and they were looking for a new member. He's like, I don't know if you'll be interested in something like that. I wasn't thinking about being in a group. I had my mind set on a solo career, but I ended up meeting Denzel Foster, who is the co-founder of the group, and he thought, you know what, I want them to hear this, your songwriting and what you've done, because I recorded a record with Rodney Jerkins for my first album. And so he's like, I want you to go up and meet the ladies. And once I met them, it just felt like easy.
Nice.
Easy, so we've been working together off and on for the years. I've been consistently back for about 12 years, and it's been quite the adventure. I've gotten to see a lot of the world with Cindy and Terry, even some with Max. And I've learned a lot about teamwork
Yeah.
and collaboration and staying. I mean, Cindy and Terry, they're very fit. And I think they set a bar.
Listen, Rhona, I look at your pictures. I'm like, this woman, okay, I'll go back to the gym today. All right, I'll just go back in there.
They set a mean bar, honey. And that's been wonderful, like that level of work ethic.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just been a great learning journey for me.
Yeah.
I've picked up so many things along the way.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And you're so right. I mean, the three of you keep it together. And I guess you kind of hold each other accountable. That's such a great thing. I mean, and especially as the years go on, your lifestyle changes and you don't feel like going to the gym so much, but
Right.
it matters. It matters. The whole lifestyle piece, just taking care of yourself for the long haul,
Absolutely.
And I love the fact that you said that you were thinking about, I mean, your whole mindset was, okay, you're a solo artist and you were on that trajectory until this opportunity came along.
Yeah.
But what I like is the fact that you can still do your own thing while you're in the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of groups are not like that. They'll consider it over if somebody wants to step out and do their own thing. And it speaks volumes to you guys as a unit and to you with your own fortitude to say, you know what, I could do this too, with the whole workload that comes with being in a group.
I know, huh? Well, you know what? For me, and it's so interesting because I wasn't even intending to do a whole project. I was just going to do a single to complement the next edition of Saving Your Soul, which is my book that is a mentorship book to help
Mm.
other creatives to navigate the music industry. And I thought, oh, how cool would it be to have a song, to come out and help to complement the book. But
Okay.
once I turned on my creative spout, it was like, it wouldn't stop.
Like,
So I
more.
just kept going.
Love it. God is so good.
Very grateful. It was and you
Mm.
know what else? It made sense to my path because I'm a life coach. And this is like the message of Coach Rowe through the singing of Miss R&B.
Oh, yes.
So
Oh,
that's, yeah.
that works. It
Hmm.
all works together. Yeah. And that has to, because I mean, if it was something that wasn't in balance, it would be a bit of a struggle. If it was kind of, okay, along with this, I'm going to go and, just do something out left field,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? This is kind of,
Yeah.
it all fits.
It works. I don't even know if I would have had the energy to go that direction. This was like divine inspiration, if
Mm,
you that just wanted to come out. So it was easier to just kind of create from that space.
yeah. One
Yeah.
kind of feeds into the other. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about We of
Yeah.
Power. Tell me
Yeah.
about this, the lyrics, who produced it, all of
Yeah.
it.
My another shout out to my Musketeer family. They are so talented. David Cater helped to produce this and co-wrote it with me. I was thinking about what message hadn't I said yet, because this was later in the album when this song came out. And it was like a play on the sage wisdom of when two or more are gathered,
Mm,
what more can come, right? And so it just speaks to the power of no matter whether it's a couple or globally speaking or in concert with nature, anything that speaks to the power of more than one and not feeling like you have to do things on your own, uh,
mm.
knowing that you can lean in a direction and find support. That is what we kind of encompasses for the most part.
I love that so much. That
Mhm.
is the truth. Oh
Yeah.
my, it really is. I mean, back in the day, I don't know, I'm gonna say, like, just growing up, there was
Mhm.
that whole self, it was all about self. And, I think as the world goes through different phases, and people, we're all evolving as people, but
Yeah.
some folks are still kind of stuck on that independent thing.
Yeah.
And, being strong yourself is very important, but the we is the lesson,
Yes.
because we are strong. We are stronger together. But it's something that some folks need to learn,
Yeah.
because, right? I mean, and especially just taking it, from another perspective, as a lot of African American women, single parents, and you have to do so much on your own. You've got to be strong. You've got to be independent.
Yep.
But once someone else comes along who is willing to help, and you can join forces with someone, or even if it's a community, whatever the case might be. But once you learn to trust and allow yourself to be vulnerable and open to help from a community or other people,
Mhm.
so much farther, and you're so much stronger.
Yes. You said a key word to me, allow,
Yeah.
right? Because that can be the hardest thing is to allow somebody to come in. And especially like I grew up on, you want it done right, do it yourself. And
Right, me too.
right, in a lot of ways, that is true. And then there's other ways where I know I need to allow someone else to come in and help me and share the load. Frank Gatson, our creative director, says, share the light, sparkle brighter. Like
Ooh,
it's just right. So I like that. So there's beauty in both sides, but I think that especially now, especially with the things we're looking at
yeah.
in the world, we is like where it's at.
We is where it's at.
Mhm.
That's a powerful, powerful statement. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
you.
beautiful. Yeah, I love it. Rona, I'm so proud of you. I wish I could play the song right now, but all I can say is Listen to Pillow Talk with Angela on the radio. You're going to hear Miss Rhona this weekend. And we're everywhere. So just turn on Pillow Talk and we'll definitely hear the song.
Thank
And, I would love for you to, it's your choice. You can either sing us something out. Oh, wait, I want your social media.
you.
I want you to end with either singing us out or giving us some inspiring words or however you want to end this. It's up to you.
I'm thinking about some inspiring words. Okay. So my social media is, if you're on IG, it's at official Miss R&B, and that's MISSR, the letter N and B. What else does everybody follow now? I'm on Facebook under Miss R&B, but it's an ampersand, that and sign, Miss R&B, that, or Rhona Bennett 7. You'll probably find me somewhere. And then maybe for words to, I'm wondering what the lyrics are. I wish I even had them pulled up. But where two or more are gathered, the question for you is, what more can happen? What more can come? What more could you produce? What would the next version of you look like if you had the support that you needed? And are you willing to allow it into your life, to ask for it? It's one of the greatest resources we all have, but it's probably very underutilized, to ask for help.
That's beautiful. It takes a lot sometimes to ask.
It
I mean,
does.
I've been guilty of it myself.
Mhm.
But every time you do, it's a beautiful surprise.
It can be, right? So yeah,
Definitely.
man.
Yeah.
This
Rhona,
week is that.
thank you so much. Love you, girl.
I love you
Keep
back. Thank you.
keep doing great things like you're doing. And I'm just watching your songs blow up, honey. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the music, everybody.
Always, always, always. God bless you. Thank you all for watching. This is Pillow Talk with Angela and Rhona Bennett of In Vogue. She's got her solo project. Make sure you go out and get it. New song, We, a powerful thing,
Yeah,
on Pillow Talk with Angela. Bye.
until next time.